Hello, welcome to Unequal Sequel.
Extra.
Oh, it's gonna be an interesting one today.
It's all about the family.
Family.
I think I said that more like Phil Mitchell than Dominic Toretto.
Yeah, you didn't sound like Vin Diesel then, but there's a lot of family. Hi everyone, how are you? How are we all doing? Hope you're all okay. We're on Unequal Sequel. We talk about sequels and we love franchises. And today we get... Don't laugh. Come on, I'm trying to do serious. This is proper broadcasting.
We love some franchises.
We love
not all of them.
No, that's Rich. He's the other one who talks. Right. I'm Dave. Have I done? Yes, that's introductions over. Let's get on with the reviewing this film because before we came on air, it's like we're live. I asked my wife, what do you think we should talk about? And then we listed about 17 million things off. And I thought, we ain't got time for all this.
Yes. Yeah, so what are we talking about, Dave?
We are reviewing with bonus spoilers, big fat spoilers, lots of spoilers.
All the spoilers. Every spoiler you could possibly spoil.
Especially the big spoiler at the end. We are talking Fast X.
Fast X.
AKA Fast 10.
Yeah, the 10th part of the Fast and Furious saga. I think we're beyond franchise now. We're into saga territory.
Yes, it's now the Fast Saga. There is meant to be one after this, but Vin Diesel the other day said there's possibly two more after this. And
shut up, Vin Diesel, you are drunk. One more.
I could see where it could go for three of them.
Oh.
But we'll get to that in a sec once Rich tells me the synopsis of this film. And good luck, Rich, because I'm not even sure the film knows its own synopsis. So, good luck.
I mean, come on. There's so many side plots, it's ridiculous.
Even the main plot.
I'm going to keep this short and sweet.
I watched Fast 9 before this. I thought, oh, that'd be helpful. Nope. What I should have watched was Fast 5.
Yes.
Over to you.
Yeah, so... Talking of Fast 5, in Fast 5, Dom and the family stole a big old safe from a drug kingpin called Hernan Reyes. Reyes? Yeah. That's right?
Yeah.
I got that right.
That sounds right.
And, yeah, they killed him on a bridge, pretty much. So now, what we didn't realise back then in Fast 5, because Fast X does what Fast and Furious movies love to do, and go back and rewrite what happened in previous movies. Turns out, Hernan Reyes has got a son, and it's only flipping Jason Momoa. And he's out for revenge.
He was only 3 foot off every shot in Fast 5, apparently. Just cut out of frame every time.
Just out of frame every time.
Which is surprising for such a big man. You think you would notice him.
Yeah, that's such a big flamboyant man as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's... he's back for revenge on Dom and the family for killing his dad. And he's not going to he's not just going to kill Dom. He's going to make him watch as he destroys everyone he cares about one by one. And so that leads a big old getting the band back together situation.
With added band members.
With added band members and every single person you could possibly imagine thrown into this mix.
Dead or alive, AOL, even if they've gone missing.
No one in the Fast and Furious franchise is ever dead. Ever.
Or a good guy or a bad guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's all crazy. So, yeah, that's it. That's the synopsis. Done. I can't go into any more than that because it's ridiculous. This movie is big and so dumb, and I had so much fun watching it.
It's a really weird one because, same as you, Rich, I really enjoyed it.
Doesn't make much sense.
No.
But it's really fun.
No lick of sense. No lick of sense. There's so many plot holes. There's so many annoying things about it that it makes me want to scream into a pillow. But I really enjoyed it, especially previously the night I watched Fast 9, which is in the run-in for me as one of the worst Fast and Furious films now.
Yeah,
this was
down there.
This was absolutely delightful compared to that. I mean, certain characters still don't know what film they're in, aka Vin Diesel. Who apparently is going, I think I'm going to get Oscar nominated for this.
Okay, well, I think the only character who knows what film they're in is Jason Momoa.
Yeah, he is
the only actor who knows exactly what he's doing.
Like,
I think Brie Larson is shocking. Shocking in this movie. She looks
confused.
Like, she is playing this so sincerely, it's almost like a parody of itself. Like, there is a bit with her and I don't know what the actor's name is, but the character's name is Ames, and they're in like this kind of like futuristic thing where they're surrounded by screens and they're trying to convince people to vote, and it's so po-faced and so serious that I'm like, this has got to be a piss take, because this is just too much. It's so played so straight. It's ridiculous.
I think she's just there for the payday for this one, and she goes missing in the middle of it.
Yeah,
she got like. Yeah. I would honestly, 85% of these characters disappear throughout this film, and you're like, where have they gone?
Well, you have to do that because there's 450 characters in this movie.
Shall we try and go through the characters and what their plot point was, and when they went disappeared, and if they've lived through it? Okay.
Do you think, before we do that, do you think that there's a clause in Vin Diesel's contract that he doesn't have to work with anyone else? So he has to go off on his own? Yeah,
maybe. There's also a clause in his contract that he doesn't have sleeves on any of his tops. and Vin Diesel, sleeves. There is now no difference between Vin Diesel in Fast and Furious films and Vin Diesel in real life, I think. They are now one and the same person.
I've not seen Dominic Toretto playing D&D, whereas we know that Vin Diesel loves a bit of D&D in real life.
I haven't seen it. Don't believe it. Okay, so...
Okay, right.
Let's start with Vin.
Okay.
Vin plays this as the straightest you've ever seen him play.
Yeah. He's out for an Oscar. That's what he's doing. He wants awards for this movie. He's so sincere.
Why isn't most of his scenes with other people? You do make a fair point there.
I mean, there are baffling things about this movie, right?
How does he get from all the places?
Okay, so they're the top 5 most wanted people in the world, and he somehow manages to get from the United States to Rio de Janeiro with his car.
You missed a bit. So he ends up in Rome at one point, and gets out of Rome.
That's before they're wanted, though, isn't it? In Rome. They're wanted because they almost explode the Vatican.
By the way, great scene. The whole of that bit, brilliant. The rolling bomb, fantastic.
Huge, big rolling bomb on fire.
A lot of fun, a lot of stuff's going on around there.
We do need to talk about the really stupid bit in that, though.
The bit.
There's there's an extra stupid bit in that where, I mean, they've probably caused the death of about 45,000 people by this point. But
I don't know if you heard on the radio, though. There's a bit at the end when the explosion goes off, and there's a bit on the news, and they said there's no casualties.
Bullshit. But there's been loads of casualties before that, because they've been, like, chucking people out of vans and trucks and stuff. Anyway, there is a bit where this big rolling ball on fire, rolling down the street, randomly hits some, like, petrol pumps.
Oh, yes, and Vinny goes, it's going to blow.
Well, I've been to Italy and I've never seen random petrol pumps on the side of the street. I don't know if that's a thing. But anyway, randomly hits some petrol pumps, and Vin Diesel somehow, with his magic car, saves a load of people in a cafe by knocking the fabric, knocking the legs off of the fabric awning over their heads. And somehow that fabric is magic and fireproof and saves them.
He's such a hero.
Yeah.
It might be some fire-resistant fabric.
Could be.
And the car didn't explode, which was good at that point.
Yeah. So anyway, how he gets his car when he's on the most wanted list from the US to Brazil to Rio de Janeiro.
Well, I think that's because of the Helen Mirren Queenie character, but I have no idea how Helen Mirren Queenie character got to Rome so quick. As the bit in the background that near the Vatican was still
what was
steaming.
She doing there? Yeah.
It must have just gone off the bomb, and she's turning. I mean,
maybe she's just there on holiday. Maybe she's just having a city break.
That would be convenient, wouldn't it?
And she's like, oh, there's a load of carnage going on. Must be Dom and the family.
So he gets that, and he goes away from the rest of his troops. He's not with. Yeah. You're so right. He's not with anyone else apart from the boy for the rest of the film. right?
And even doesn't even with the boy until like right at the end.
Yes, and that's when he drives down the dam.
Yes,
while on fire with Nos, with a Nos-filled car.
Yeah.
I know, listeners. I know we're bouncing around a lot
with his only son in the car with him.
But he's
now I'm a parent. I know you're not a parent.
How old is your boy?
He's 8. I think
he's not far away. He's not far away from the age.
The age of Vin Diesel's son. As a parent, I've become so risk averse when it comes to doing anything with my son that I cannot imagine doing half the shit that he does with this kid. In the first scene, he's teaching him to do donuts in a car park. I'm like, you are a terrible parent. That is dangerous.
And that teaching him how to do donuts is somehow linked to the saviour of him at the end. Like, that time, drive straight, and the boy jumps out of a fucking car.
The boy jumps out of a fucking car into another moving car. And by the way, not one single time does that kid wear a seatbelt. Not once.
Mate, he's not the only character that doesn't wear a seatbelt.
No one wears a seatbelt in this.
No one wears a seatbelt.
Health and safety nightmare. Tell you.
Ridiculous.
But I would be paralysed with fear if my son was in that situation.
Would you not drive off a dam if 2 lorries who somehow got to the edge of the dam either side?
I wouldn't be in that situation in the first place because I would have done anything possible not to be. Like, why is his kid in that danger? Like, Mia and Brian's kids apparently are safe.
Well, again, another character that goes missing right at the beginning.
Yeah, well...
Anyway, let's quickly. Dom gets to the end, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't see anyone else pretty much for the whole of the film.
No.
Okay. After that, we got Letty. She is in Rome. She gets captured. Then she gets stabbed by... We haven't even mentioned Cypher yet.
We haven't, have we? No.
Stabbed by Tess.
Yeah.
Which is Mr. Nobody, Kurt Russell again, who's, again... missing in action.
Hang on,
somewhere.
we need to get to this. There's loads more before we get to that point.
I'm just trying to explain who Tess is.
Yeah. Tess is Mr. Nobody's daughter.
Because everyone's got to be fucking family at this point.
Who is Scott Eastwood? So Scott Eastwood is Little Nobody, isn't he? And he's in it for about 4 minutes.
That's because he was so bad in the 8th one. They dropped him because he had no personality. And then, in this one, they didn't even have the balls to kill him off. They give him concussion... And then they don't mention or show him again.
He's gone.
He doesn't die. He's just a little bit injured. But
is he Tess's brother?
No, he doesn't mention that. It's just Scott Eastwood at this point. Right. They just needed. They really learnt from the last film, basically, that everyone was like, how are they suddenly fucking super agents? And they're like, well, okay, we have to explain this agency somehow. So there's one point when there's the Ames character does a speech.
Well, yeah, Scott Eastwood is kind of replaced by Ames
because Scott Eastwood gets knocked out in Rome.
Gets knocked out
so he's quickly not in it. Letty gets captured and she gets sent somewhere, a black ops
prison, under the Antarctic,
where Cypher also is.
Yes, yeah. So Tess is like, I'm going to get you out of here, but it's going to hurt. So she like slightly scratches her on the shoulder, and everyone in this like super agency thing is like, oh my god, she's going to scratch on the shoulder. Get the lasers.
It's like they couldn't wait to use the lasers just to fix someone.
Like, oh, we can use the lasers.
That must be so disappointing. That's just that little scar. Okay.
Yeah.
We don't get much activity up in the Antarctic or whatever it is. We've just got this other blonde girl who's knocked out. Oh, Cypher.
So Michelle Rodriguez wakes up next to Cypher, and they sort of have a weird kind of fight /
Have we mentioned how Cypher gets in this film?
She just turns up at Dom's door and says, I met the devil.
The devil. You didn't. He's not that bad. He's just a bit smarter than you. And I'm not quite sure how Momoa gets... Because he gets...
Yeah.
The point, he gets his power once he takes over Cypher's business, pretty much. Because he's taken their family hostage. But how did he get the family hostage? He had no money. He's a one-man army at this point.
I don't know. I don't know how he's done that. It doesn't explain. But it made me think of Guardians of the Galaxy a little bit. that scene, because there's the bit where Drax is like, we're just going to kill one stupid guy who nobody loves. Like, there's this one guy who doesn't have any family or anything.
Good
so
joke.
He just kills him.
Every time Momoa is on screen, it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
And he's an absolute lunatic. He's having the best time. Like, he knows what film he's in.
He does, yeah. His character is unhinged. There's a whole, like, Weekend at Bernie's kind of scene where he's got two dead bodies and he's having a chat with them, and, like, he is fully off the charts.
There is no way
Loonpot.
he's going to be a bit of a good guy at some point, right?
No, surely not.
I can't believe it. It's not going to happen. Unlike the other three bad guys, which are now pretty much good guys in this film, which is Cypher, which seems to be helping out for some reason, because they're the enemy of your enemy is my friend kind of thing. And Vin Diesel's so willing to help at the beginning, even though this woman did shoot the mother of your child kind of thing. Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Statham is back for a scene, which I think we might hopefully get more in the second film.
You'd think, wouldn't you? Otherwise, I mean, quite a good gag about having a bloke in the punch bag,
which was the end of credits scene in 9.
Oh,
because that's the end of credits scene in 9 is when Han knocks on the door and he opens the door and he thinks.
I'd forgotten about
and
that.
They have a nice little fight in this, but then they find out that anyone that's helped Dom, also Momoa's character, is going to go after. So which means the mum at this point for some reason.
It means Queenie, yeah. So Shaw's now in it. He's defending
but then
his mum.
He's instantly out of it again.
Yeah, and is somehow, again, gonna, like, they're in London at this point, right?
Yes.
How are they going to get all of those automatic weapons and vehicles to the United States?
No, he's not going to the States, isn't he? He must be going back to Rome. Wherever Queenie is. They might know him. That might be in London.
But surely, I thought he's going after Jason Momoa.
I think he's going to go wherever the mum is. And we don't know who the mum is. The mum was in Rome.
Again, what? You're going to put all those guns on the Eurostar?
He's an ex-Navy SEAL super spy. I don't know how it works. He's got links.
Yeah, all right.
So he's gone very quickly. Cena's character comes back as Jacob, which is Dom's brother. Still the most ridiculous piece of casting you've ever seen in your life, because there's no way those people are family.
They're all family, Dave. They're all family.
He must have gone to some big old counselling.
Because he's thoroughly changed from 9 to 10, and has a lovely kind of road trippy moment with the kid
again,
and John Cena and a kid. Lovely,
very fun, very good,
lovely. Like all the kind of, like, in the 90s I was cool kind of references, because in the 90s I wasn't cool,
and
but I wanted to be.
The car was great. It just it was really weird that how different he was, and I think again in a slightly different movie compared to everyone else.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. They were in a very much in a road buddy movie kind of thing.
Yes.
And then we get Tyrese, Ludacris, and Ramsey, and Han. And Han.
Did Han end up on the plane with them, or did Han go?
I don't know.
Did Han go with Statham?
I haven't got a clue.
And in that scene in London, guys, they go to London for some reason
in a container full of aftershave. Because Roman gets them there somehow. And there is the most
weird scene,
pointless, fucking weird shit scene where they go to an internet cafe in London, which is managed by Pete Davidson. Like, what?
With wacky backy cupcakes.
Yeah, with like LSD laced cupcakes, which is pointless. He says to Han, "Don't eat that. It's got LSD in it." And Han's like, "Oh, well, I'll just eat it anyway."
And then you wait for the scene. You think, "Oh, I can't wait to see Han on LSD or whatever it is."
Yeah.
Nope.
Nothing. Nope. No point. They have a weird little fight.
Roman and Tej have a fight, and then one of them throws like some kind of. I thought it was cocaine in the other one's face. Did you?
Yeah. What was that about?
I've been trying to find out. No one knows what that's about. There seems to be a joke somewhere that they've missed the beginning or the end.
Right. Okay.
And it's never answered.
There is something really that whole scene. I don't know how that didn't get cut.
Get rid of it.
Because there's no point to any of it in the plot. You know, the whole bit of them, they may as well have skipped all that internet cafe and just gone straight to shore.
Yeah.
You know, how someone editing this movie didn't go, do you know what? I don't think that's great. We should probably just take that out completely.
What was the point of that scene? They needed to hack into something so they could talk to someone to get to Portugal?
But they didn't hack into anything because Pete Davidson's like, well, you know, there's a big bounty on your head, so I've dobbed you in. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. So the Ames character came and got them?
Well, he didn't, though, did he? They legged it, and then that's when they went to shores.
They're on a different plane.
Yeah.
They're on a plane at the end on the way to Portugal, and the big hoo-ha... They're like
Portugal. They're in Portugal, aren't they?
Yeah, they end up in Portugal.
So yeah, somehow Vin Diesel in his car again gets from Brazil to Portugal. You can't drive from Brazil to Portugal.
I don't know, Richard. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, he goes in that big plane, doesn't he? And they drop him out the plane.
Oh, so the agency come and get him in Brazil?
Brazil, I'm guessing.
Okay,
yeah.
and then Roman
fly him to Portugal.
Roman, Tej, Ramsey, and we think maybe Han. We're not quite sure. Are on another big plane.
Yeah.
And
also flying.
And you all think they're all happy, but then Ames shoots a rocket at their plane.
Yeah, it turns out Ames was a double cross.
At that point, I couldn't give a shit what was going on. I was having a good time though. The guy who plays is like Alan Richardson or something, and he plays Jack Reacher in the new Jack Reacher.
Is that who he is?
TV
I wonder
series.
if he might be another wrestler or something.
Also, he was in
bloke.
Just Off the Camera in Fast and Furious 5 as well.
Yeah. He's also in Fast 5. Yeah. Big spoiler for everyone.
Yeah. So they shoot down the plane that the other one's on. You think, I think that you meant to think they're all died. They won't have died. They would have. No. Because no one truly ever dies in these films.
No, they're not dead. Unless you see it. And even if you see it, they ain't dead.
They're in some kind of rocket, like, protected
So do you think
car.
Jacob's dead as well? Jacobs gets
we've
exploded, doesn't he?
John Cena throws himself.
Sacrifices
himself. And it's weird because this series has gone on for so long now, and if they really want some stakes, what they've decided to do was to kill the most recent person in the film.
Yeah. Not that.
So
not huge stakes.
I was a little bit gutted.
He ain't dead, is he?
But I was I would have been sadder if it was someone longer, like a part of the team.
Yeah, like Ludacris or someone.
But they're up in the air fighting.
But exactly, so we don't think they're all dead, do we?
Don't think they're all dead, because that would take away a lot. Who else have we got in this film now? So Tessie's gone missing.
I think we've gone everyone now, haven't we?
Letty, they escape. Right.
Oh God, I forgot about this bit too. So yeah, Letty and Cypher escape from the underground bunker thing into Antarctica, and somehow Cypher has arranged for them to be picked up by a fucking submarine with Gal Gadot in it.
We know that she has a submarine.
Who's also dead.
Rich, I let out a Rise of Skywalker. Oh, fuck off! At this point, it looks so fucking shit.
It's so shit.
She's not really a.
Is that Cypher's submarine from like 8 or 7?
Yes,
or
I guess
it was?
So.
Yeah,
I think that's the point. But why is I can't even remember her name that Han still hasn't got over in the 10 years. Giselle.
Yes, well done.
How did they know that's where the black site is? How did she know that they were going to be there? How did Cypher know?
Honestly, fuck knows.
I mean, I know, okay, she got kicked out of an air. Well, she sacrificed herself in 6.
Yeah.
And thrown out a moving aeroplane. So did Owen Shaw, by the way, and Owen Shaw also survived. So again, anyone truly dies. But the fucking liberty of bringing everyone back is driving me absolutely insane. There is no need to bring that woman back, I'm afraid. One, you forget she was a good sacrifice at the time. It looked fucking awful. The CGI at that point. She wasn't in a submarine. They weren't in the Antarctic, believe it or not, guys.
Oh God, the CGI.
And she
was
just waves pretty much like, "Hi."
She's like, "All right."
It might have been a deep flake.
I'm in a submarine.
And do you know what's even worse? That I saw Gal Gadot on Instagram pretty much announced that the day before, like we saw it.
Oh, you're joking.
She's like, it's great to be back in the Fast Five family or whatever it is. I'm like, what?
Screw you.
Are you fucking kidding me? I was like, that can't be true. I've heard another rumor, but that one is mental. And then it happened. I was like, oh, fuck off. So she's alive still. And then there's a big at the end when you think Vin Diesel's got no help. He's the boy and him are about to be, I can't even remember, set alight or whatever is going to happen. The dam's going to be blow up or something. I actually can't remember. The dam's going to
get blown up and they're going to get swept away. Yeah.
Okay. And then you get the mid-credit scene.
Okay. Now, I want to talk about this mid-credit scene. So there's a bit in it where Dom Toretto gets lured to somewhere that he thinks that Jason Momoa's character Dante is, and he breaks in, and it's all just loads of TV screens showing pictures of his family and stuff. And the mid-credit scene is basically the same thing. Someone breaks in, they've got a mask on, and there's TV screens all over the thing. He's looking around, and he picks up this phone, and it's Dante calling him, and he pulls his mask off, and it's fucking Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
I mean, I was happy.
Now,
delighted.
I was happy too. I'm not gonna lie.
Good.
I was happy, but what I want to know is, have they been having us on this whole time?
Well, this is the question.
All this beef. The beef with Tyrese and the beef with Vin Diesel and The Rock and all this like beef, is that just for show? Is that just to have it all on? Like The Rock's never fucking coming back and now he is.
All devil's advocate. Rock has not had a good year, especially the fallout from the Black Adam stuff and getting kicked out of the DC universe. The thing who's meant to change the way it works. Did he ring out Vin and go, I need a win here? Could you squeeze me in?
But I thought they hated each other.
Hey,
they wouldn't be in a room together.
They're all family.
I've got a feeling it's all just for show.
I'm delighted.
All put on. I'm again equally delighted. We're going to get some sort of Hobbs and Shaw come back, and they're going to be like kicking ass.
Yeah, because Fast and Furious is so much better when The Rock is in it. It's true.
Yeah, it's
true.
I agree.
And this is where, if it goes on to a third one or a 12th one, however you look at it at this point, this film felt to me like a little bit like Pirates of the Caribbean and Dead Man's Chest. So there's lots of people going in many different directions. Especially beat for beat Dead Man's Chest if you really get down to it. Even with the thing at the end. In the look on
I can't
Vin
remember the
Diesel's
bit where
face.
Jack Sparrow gets his son to jump out of a moving car.
He jumps out of a moving boat at some point, probably. I mean, you had Keira Knightley over there, you had Orlando Bloom over there, you had Depp over there, you had Bill Nighy over there, you had it all going on, and then it all left you with this big old ending when he was getting eaten by the Kraken, and it set up the next film. Now, is the next film in this series going to be those side stories? So Vin Diesel, we're not going to really see what happens with Vin Diesel. And then that's all in the last film when we're going to have a big old Avengers mashup again.
Maybe.
On your right. And are we going to see Paul Walker? Because at one point, Mia's like, I've got to go get Brian and the kids. And then we never see Mia again.
Yeah. I don't know. If Brian and the kids are safe, why is little Brian not with them? That's my full-on question throughout this whole movie. If you've got a safe place for them, why not send your own son?
Do we not have a safe space for them? That might be another story we're going to see in the next one.
Maybe.
There's a lot of stuff to squeeze into this.
I'm a little worried.
2.5 hour film or whatever it was.
Still don't know how I feel about the whole bringing people back with AI stuff.
It's going to be fucking awful.
Yeah.
I did read the other day that their brothers are not going to do it. So they're the person that they stand in for Brian, Paul Walker.
Yeah.
But then, do we believe anything these people say in Fast and Furious films? I mean, they're a bunch of liars by this point. But saying that, we've talked about all these ridiculous plot points.
Oh yeah, absolutely loved it from start to finish. That's a great time. It's stupid. It's so stupid, and it is not even well made in places. I had a lot of fun.
It's like a complete 180 from what 9 was. 9 wasn't very balanced, and it was ridiculous, but in the wrong kind of way. If anything, the space stuff is the best stuff in that.
9 wasn't a lot of fun. That's the thing. Like 9 was. I didn't have fun watching 9.
But this one,
this is fun.
Momoa is great. His little scene at the beginning is great, and then once he's got the power to do what he does, is great. The whole stuff in Rome is fucking great. Like, the whole scene is really, really fun.
And I will say there's some fun to be had. If you like this series of movies, then there's some fun to be had with, like, who are they going to get now? Who's this going to be? Who they bring back?
Yeah.
And until you get to Gal Gadot at the end and you're like, oh.
There's just one step too far of bringing people back for me. And that was.
But then up again in the credits to The Rock. And you're like, oh!
Delighted. Can't wait to see what happens next time. Momoa versus The Rock is going to be great.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is going to be great.
It's going to be really great. But wowza, it's an absolute head rush of a film. It really is. It's just...
Do you know what it's like?
It's sense overload. There's so much coming at you all the time of different senses. I couldn't really take it all in because it's batshit crazy.
It's like one of those Tango Ice Blast drinks you get in the cinema.
I love them.
Yeah. You know it's hideously bad. It's junk. There's nothing good for you in it. But it will give you a massive head rush and you'll love it.
Yeah. It's half the fun. Half the fun is just watching Vin Diesel not realise what film he's in anymore. And refused to even budge a little bit on that character. Like, everyone else is trying to work their socks off around him, like trying to make something work, and he is laser-eyed visioned. No, this is like Dominic Toretto. This is what he is like. I mean, he's a fucking mathematician genius at this point.
I mean, he's so skillful with his car that he could swing helicopters around to smash other cars.
Forgot about the helicopters.
Oh, dear.
I mean, there's some points in this film you think, I'm not quite sure how early on they had John Cena in this film. It feels a little bit like they filmed it and made it and like, oh, we need to do something a bit more with the boy. Because Cena doesn't really interact with many people. There's a little bit of him there, and then it's the boy. Very much side with... And obviously when they made this film, the director, James Wan, who made the last 9, 7...
Justin Lin.
Lin. He's the one. Yeah, sorry, 1 did 7.
You said, yeah.
It's the same director. No, not same director. It's another director who did 7.
Yeah, this is Louis Leterrier.
Yeah, Louis Leterrier did this.
Because Justin Lin left halfway through, didn't he?
It's like the first time. There's a brilliant video, isn't it, of Vin Diesel going, "Hell, we're going to make the best movie ever, aren't we, Justin?" And then the next day's like, "I'm sad to say that Justin has left." And they're already on location. So what did they film without a director?
And Justin Lin's done all of them since 6?
No, he's done
5. No, he did 5.
He did 3, 4.
Did he do 3? Did he do Tokyo Drift?
Yeah, he did for Tokyo Drift because it's the first one to bring Han back. Or Han in. So 3, 4, 5, 6, didn't do 7, didn't do 8, did 9, was about to do this.
He did 9, yeah.
Yeah.
And he started to do this.
And then left.
But,
so
yeah.
For a troubled production, this is not bad. Well, it's never going to be.
So he did 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
He did 7.
And then finally, it was. Did he? I don't. Oh, maybe he didn't do 7 or 8.
No,
actually.
8 was F. Gary, whatever his name is.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you're right. So he did 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, and then started on this one and was like, do you know what?
I'm out.
That's my limit. That's my limit.
And Louis Leterrier, whatever his name is, he did The Incredible Hulk. Is that right? Or was that
the shit one? Yeah.
Which is now getting retconned and everything. And everyone.
Oh no! I thought he did the. Did he do the?
He did the MCU one.
Oh,
Ang Lee
okay.
did the other one.
And he did the Transporter.
Oh my god, yeah.
With Jason Statham.
Well, that's the Transporter 1's pretty good. Transporter 2's pretty good. Transporter 3 is a puzzle of shit.
And a movie that some people weirdly like, and I'm not 100% sure why, but Now You See Me. The hideously miscast
Did he do both of them?
I don't know. He definitely did the first one.
That's a bizarre film that somehow born a sequel.
I don't think he did the second one. No,
they should have. Was it the second one called Now You See Me Again, or Now You Don't See Me?
Fuck knows. I don't know. Honestly, he did Grimsby as well.
That
really shit.
Should be put in the hole and burned.
It's awful. But he also did Lupin, the TV series on Netflix, which is great.
You like Lupin?
I really like.
I don't think this is a badly made film in any way.
No.
I mean, obviously the editor and him could have sat down and said, "We got to get rid of an hour."
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. It's
like let's lose Brie Larson. There's no reason for her to be in this movie. I don't think.
Yeah, I think 2 hours 20 minutes is a bit long. I'm not sure you could lose an hour, but you could certainly lose half an hour without kind of any worries.
Do you think it's annoying that they built up Cypher to be a big bad and then she's not at the moment?
Yeah.
And do you think she's eventually going to get her moment of trying to be the big bad again?
No, I think that these films are so wanky that she's going to end up being part of the family.
Oh my God, she can't be. So we're back on board now for this, aren't we? We're looking forward to part 2, part 3, whatever they do.
I hope there's not a 3, but I'm looking forward to part 2 and that being the end of it forever.
Of the family saga.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be Fast and Furious.
Oh, there is, isn't there?
The Extra Mile, or whatever they're going to call it.
Yeah. I could do you know what I would like? A spin-off. I'd like a Roman, Tej and Ramsey spin-off.
I would not at this moment.
Would you not?
No. They just bicker each other, and I've had.
Oh yeah, actually they are quite annoying in this movie.
I think Roman was great he's again in 9, the bad film. He's the only one who knows what film he's in that one.
Yeah,
the whole of that
weird
bulletproof stuff is really funny because that's what everyone was thinking like that. Why won't any of these people get injured? Again, we go for pretty much a whole film. No one gets injured apart from John Cena, which no one cares about. But he was fun.
That's the other thing. So Ramsey is supposed to be this like computer hacker genius, right?
Yes. Who made God's Eye?
Why the fuck does she go? Yeah, who made God's Eye? The whole thing that they're like passing between each other, like some weird MacGuffin thing. So why does she have to go to a shitty internet cafe and anyway, I don't know. She just seems to have lost some of her genius powers now she's learned to drive.
Because Peter Davison is also a hacker.
Well, yeah, but like I don't know.
And maybe
I don't know.
I
don't buy it.
They're off
personally.
the grid, those kind of internet things. So you can't. I don't know how it works.
Not that off the grid, clearly.
That whole scene's just rubbish. In the next one, we think obviously we're gonna have Rock. We're gonna have Cypher, Letty, and Giselle in a submarine. We're gonna have Statham saving Queenie. Do you think he's gonna bring his brother back as well?
Oh, do you reckon?
Maybe if we're getting the whole gang together. If this is like the swan song, then
Isn't he like double dead though? Like
no,
Luke. What's his name?
Evans.
Luke Evans. That's it.
No, he was in the 8th one as well.
Oh, he was, wasn't he?
Yeah, he came back for a cameo in that. So they're going to find Queenie, Rome, Tej, Ramsey, possibly Han. Someone will tell us where he is in our comments. Thank you very much.
Cheers,
we don't
guys.
think they're dead. That's going to be secret. I don't think that's going to be revealed straight away in the second one, maybe. And then Brian, Mia, and the kids. They're still in play. They're still in play.
Everyone's still in play.
Kurt Russell still in play. Scott Eastwood, believe it or not, still in play. Vin Diesel is at the bottom of a fucking dam who was about to get drowned. Still in play.
I just remembered we completely missed a character, which is not hard to do because there's like 100. There's a new character who is Vin Diesel's son's mum's sister.
Oh fuck! I forgot about her.
Isabel in Brazil.
Great.
So, yeah.
Great.
Whole nother pointless thing.
I forgot about that drag race in Brazil with the shaky booties, and it felt a little bit like, here's your little bit of Fast and Furious.
I was going to say, here's your bit of Fast and Furious.
Here's your race that
we don't do anymore.
Yeah, a second.
Yeah.
But again, fun. Momoa ever like raised it up.
Very really feeling his outfit in that.
I'd like to know how much of that was his creative decision, what he brought to the table, and they're just like, "Oh, this sounds mental. Brilliant. Bring it. More of that." And hopefully he just carries on.
Love that outfit.
Yeah, he just carries on being whatever he's doing in the second film, and they don't alter him too much.
Is that where he has the pigtails as well?
Think so.
The
Dante,
Chante. and the matching nail varnish and the pigtails. Brilliant. Amazing.
What a man. What a man he is. So we're excited now. So there's a lot wrong with it, and somehow we enjoyed it.
Yeah, true.
It's very different when we talked about Guardians of the Galaxy, which we enjoyed, but we couldn't get overexcited with it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this one, we're like, hey.
I'm definitely excited about it, but it's also really stupid. I can't explain it. There's something about Fast and Furious movies that I just really like, even though I know they're bad.
It's weird, isn't it?
It's like chicken nuggets.
Just keep popping them in.
Something about them, even though you know they're bad.
Oh, I can't. It's weird. Like, it's just a weird franchise now, and it is because there is shit in there. There is so much shit in there. And I sat there.
Again,
at the
it's
end,
like chicken nuggets.
I sat at the end and I thought, somehow, I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I did exactly the same thing. I came out there on Saturday and I was like, do you know what? I'm buzzing. Yeah?
It's gone so over the top now. We're going down the other side. So I think 9 was peak, like, I'm trying to get my words, because peak, like, ridiculousness, like going into space.
Yeah.
Like, this is just shit.
Yeah, space was stupid.
And the makers kind of felt like they kind of lost their way a little bit. And in this one, it's more of the same, but it feels more of a well-balanced film. I know what I'm saying. It makes no fucking sense.
If you want a proper review of this, probably listen to someone else.
If you want fun, though, if you're a fan of the Fast and Furious films, I think you're gonna like
this one. Yeah. If you're not a fan of Fast and Furious films, you won't like it.
And if you're new to the Fast and Furious films, go watch Fast 5 and then this one, and that's all you really need to watch, apparently. But then you will get confused about who's that, and at some points you'll say, doesn't matter.
If you're new to the Fast and Furious movies, I'd watch 1 and then 5 because the contrast will blow your mind.
It's a ride. But just watch them all. You've got time now. Let's give it another one. What worries me now is that
2025, the next one, right?
Yeah, exactly. That I don't think they've even written the next film, and it makes me. And it always.
Oh, that worries me.
Hopefully, somewhere they know where they want to go, and not Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Comes at the end. What's your name? Toretto, and then it's Cypher saying it or something. I'm part of the family. I'm worried.
Oh my god! It turns out that the Fast and Furious was just a parody of Star Wars all along.
Or they all died in the end of the third film, fourth film, and this is now just purgatory. Like, this is just Dom's ideal world.
It's just ashes to ashes.
Yeah.
No one's real.
Truly dead. Because you're all dead in the first place.
Oh, God.
Or he's going to wake up, Paul Walker's going to wake up and it's going to be...
It's all a dream.
It's all a dream at the beginning of the first film.
He's just been watching Point Break before he fell asleep and had a cheese dream.
There's no way they're going to stick the end into these films, by the way. There's no way.
No, you're right.
And how are they going to top, Rome, which was great.
They're probably, do you know what? I reckon they'll never stop making these movies.
But this saga,
in
they have
2040, we'll still be doing this podcast talking about Fast and Furious 36.
Oh, God, I really hope not. I really hope not. Should we do the unequal sequel question? And we can.
Oh yeah, we probably should.
We can try and rate this bad boy.
Okay.
So, Rich, unequal sequel, and what do you rate it?
It's better than 9. It's a lot more fun than 9. So yeah, it's unequal because it's better than the last one. Is it the best one? No, but it's better than the last one.
Yes, we will do. Like I said in our previous episode, the roundup, we will do a ranking once the Toretto saga's finished. So once they finish this, there's one out there. Go listen to it where we rank the first 8.
Yeah, first 9. Did we?
No,
do 9
we didn't.
At that
and
point?
then 9 was released the next week. I re-listened to it today to see my thoughts. So we did the first 8, and then once this is done, we'll go back and we'll see if our minds have changed, even about the previous ones, and where we'll put 9 and where we'll put 10. I agree with you. Has such a better time than 9. Out of 7, Christ knows, because some days I'm like, this is 7 out of 7, and then some days I'm like, this is a 2.
Yeah, and I think it's probably the same score that I gave Guardians.
Yeah,
but for very different reasons. So Guardians, I could see it was all good, but I didn't get the feels. Whereas this one, I can see it's all bad, but I've really got the feels. So I think it's got to be a 5.5.
We are not good at being a critics, Rich.
We're not. We're rubbish. But that's why people like us, though, Dave. Because we're not film critics. We're just dudes who like movies.
Quite obvious on this episode. I'm going to give this 5 out of 7. I think that's what I gave Guardians. Exact same reasons you did.
5.5 for me, and it gets that because of the fun factor, basically.
It's just turn yourself off, and then.
I'm waiting for the Fast and Furious Transformers crossover when it turns out all along that Dom's been driving around in an Autobot.
It would explain a lot. It would explain a lot. To be honest, at this point.
It would, wouldn't it?
That's been the same car. That's why he keeps getting destroyed, and he keeps not worrying about his insurance premium or whatever it is. He's no claimed bonus.
Yeah. Well...
Watch it if you want, guys. There's my review. It's bad shit.
Watch it if you want. It's fine. Go watch it if you want. If you want to do like Dave's done and go back and listen to our Fast and Furious ranking episode, it's way back from when Fast 9 came out, or F9 as it's called. Yeah, so go back and have a listen to that, and then before you go and see Fast X, if you haven't already, let us know what you think.
Please,
so if you enjoyed this movie,
let us know what you think.
If you thought it was crazy amounts of fun like we did, then get onto Twitter. We are at Unequal Sequel. We're also on Instagram with the same, at Unequal Sequel. Or you can send us an email, unequalsequel@hotmail.com, and we will read out all of your comments in the end of month episode. And at the end of June... Keep your ears open, because Series 5 is just about round the corner. If we were in Vin Diesel's car, we'd be there already, because it's that fast.
2 weeks away, I think. Or under 2 weeks, because it's a Monday.
Less than 2 weeks when this comes out. So, not long at all. The 12th of June.
So it is 2 weeks. 10 days. Yeah. Look at me doing maths.
All right, Dave. 12th of June.
I've lost my mind.
Series 5. There will be some trailers come in. You might hear some ads pop up on some other podcasts for Series 5. So yeah, keep your ears open for that. Yeah, that'll be coming soon. Whilst you're there, if you want to hit the subscribe button, hit the auto download button. We'll drop into your pod player of choice every single week. If you really, really like us, you could write us a little review. 5 stars, please. Just a little review on Apple. Tell us how great we are. And also, if you really, really, really like us and you want a little bit more of us every week or so, you can join us on anotherslice.com/unequal sequel, where you can join up for $2.99 and get extra bonus content from us every 2 weeks at least, and sometimes a little bit more. There'll be some extra stuff this month we've got an extra movie review to stick on there, and we've also got our box set mentality where we round off the Planet of the Apes saga, and also we've got Disenfranchised, our examination of movies that should have had a franchise but didn't,
and the sequels to our chats.
Oh, of course, yeah. And also there'll be loads of sequels to all our chats with all the brilliant people we have on. So yeah, check those out too.
Yes. So when you send in what you thought of this film, I will not be any way offended if you tell me this is the worst film you've ever seen.
I mean, by all means, completely disagree with us. That is fine.
Because I can see
why you would think that.
I can see it. Thank you for listening. You're all brilliant. It's going to be a busy few months coming up for all the season 5 goodness and all the extra stuff. So strap in, and thank you. You got anything else to say, Rich?
Nope.
I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I don't think I am. I'm losing my fucking mind. So it's as Vin Diesel would say, it's Bye.
Is that what it'd say? Is it? Is that what it'd say?
I don't think he's a goodbye kind of fella.
No.
He doesn't say see ya.
I think he's more of a layers.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I think he just grunts. Does he ever say bye in any of these films? Can someone tell us if Vin Diesel says bye in any of these Fast and Furious films? It's also a bye from him.
Bye!
We'll see you on the next one. Sequel to this one, we're talking about Spider-Verse. Yes!
Woo! I would like to hear Vin Diesel say, I am Groot, at some point during the Fast and Furious movies. Yeah.
You never know with this franchise. You absolutely never know.
Could happen.